Please sing with me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ik ga wat anders zingen, ja?
Alleen als jij hem bedankt.
Ja, is goed.
Hoe lang ongeveer? Heb je tijd?
Ik ga gewoon het programma bijwonen.
Als het kon wil ik graag het hele programma bijwonen.
Oké, dat kan.
Is het mogelijk om deze aan die kant te zetten? Is dat veel werk? Jaya Shri Krishna Jaya Krishna Sorry, I just put my leg like this. Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Sri Sri Sarvadai Guru Chandra.
Non ti grado, ma perché ne borro io al Catalis.
Welcome everybody to the Sunday Love Feast. We want to welcome His Grace Nilambar Prabhu to sit on the Chasasan and give a lecture. Everybody, big Haribol!
Hare नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिके कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमः ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं सा अद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिते नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदाय कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sampati Prabhu. That's really helpful. Yes, both maybe. There's one more switch. Done. Everything.
Everything.
Yes. Nice.
I just thought I created some.
No, on. Yes. On the left also.
This one also.
Yes.
This one also.
Yes. Yes. Hare Krishna. Because outside is very dark today. You'll all just go to sleep straight away. Oh wow, that's more. Thank you. So yesterday, very auspicious days of Akshaya Tritiya. Many auspicious things happened on this day. For example, Mother Draupadi got her Akshaya Patra on which she could prepare unlimited amount of food on this day. Treta Yuga started on this day. Chandan Yatra for Krishna starts on this day. It's very auspicious. So it's considered that usually that on this day people buy gold. And that's the cultural context of how it has been turned out, because whatever you do on this day seemingly becomes a lot, right? So the idea is if you buy a little bit today, maybe in your context of whatever you have, however much value you could create on this day, they want to make it expand it, make it more. So you buy 20 grams of gold with the hope that I'll be able to buy 20 kilo gold one day, maybe, right? So just with the anticipation of accumulating more, that's how people think usually in general. However, it's also the day when if we do some spiritual activities, if we do any charity, if we contribute to the society, that also multiplies. It also, the day is very auspicious. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So, let us take the opportunity to, Hare Krishna, deeply absorb ourselves in some spiritual thoughts, at least on this day, so that eventually, maybe in our lives, with the benefit of today, we can perhaps get a lot of spiritual blessings. So what I want to tell today is a small story, comes in Taittiriya Upanishad. There are 108 Upanishads. One of the Upanishads' name is Taittiriya. Comes from the bird Tittiri. Tittiri is a sort of bird. The advent of this Upanishad is very esoteric. There was a person by name Yajnavalkya. I'll ask questions in the end. Just to keep you awake. Spot quiz. So many names, different things coming already. Yajnavalkya. And he got into conflict with his guru. And he felt one day that his guru was sick, and all the guru's disciples, they were all doing extra prayers, extra sadhana for the benefit of recovery of the guru. And Yajnavalkya felt that I am alone, I am sufficient. He goes to his guru and tells, why all these people are not doing all? I can just, with my ability, with the amount of ascetic power I have, I can pray, I can get you cured. There is no need for all this large number of disciples to do. So Guru felt that this guy is, he's puffed up. In Vedic way of learning, humility, Vinaya, is given extreme amount of importance in getting knowledge. So information anybody can get, but to get real knowledge which can transform our heart, in Vedic way of learning, it needs humility, it needs Vinaya. So Guru felt that this guy is lacking that. So he banished the disciple, telling him that, if you're having this kind of puffed up nature, I don't want you with me. Just get lost. You don't need to be with me. Yajnavalkya felt also anger. And he said, yeah, sure, I'll go. And the Guru told, conversations built up, conflict built up, and they're like, I'll give you whatever you have taught me. Okay? So all the knowledge of Yajurveda which this guy had accumulated in him, just returned it. In a way that it all became like grains on the floor. And the other disciples, they were so much willing to get this knowledge. This guy was really scholarly. So they all took the form of Tittiri birds and they came and consumed those grains. And that's how the advent of which Upanishad happened? Taittiriya Upanishad. At least one person is listening. It's good. Yeah? Clear so far? The word Taittiriya comes from Tittiri. It's a bird. So the other disciples took the form of the birds and they collected. It's very esoteric story. Eventually Yajnavalkya goes and he starts worshipping Suryadev, and he worships Suryadev so much of sincerity that eventually Suryadev comes and in this Yajnavalkya tells, I want to get now knowledge which nobody in the entire earth have. Give me special knowledge. So Suryadev then gives him knowledge which were not available for humans until then. This guy got higher knowledge from that. Now he also distributed it afterwards. It becomes a part of Yajurveda, becomes addition, part of Yajurveda eventually. So, but the story which I want to tell today is from Taittiriya Upanishad. there are two personalities by name Bhragu and Varuna. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Bhragu and Varuna. So Bhragu comes to Varuna and tells him, requests him that can you please award me spiritual knowledge, knowledge of the absolute truth. What is the absolute reality of life? Hare Krishna, please come. What is the absolute reality of life? I want to know. You see, the land of India has been always known for seekers. Right? Only recently it has been the land of IT. Otherwise, it has been the land of seekers. So anybody from all around the world, whoever wanted to learn spirituality, anything to do with Adhyatma, Atma and Adhyatma, they would go to that tract of land of India and they would get knowledge. So asking questions and and sharing information, sharing knowledge has been a core. It's the culture of India. Right? That's how things have been. Whether you take Bhagavad Gita, you take any Puranas, you take Upanishads, they're always conversations. Somebody's asking, somebody's answering. So now in this context, who asks whom? Very good. Bhragu asked Varuna. What? What is the absolute reality of life? What is that? Right? What is it? So Varuna tells, why don't you go and perform austerity? Now austerity in modern context, think like research. Right? It's basically research. So Varuna tells, why don't you go and do research in today's context? Because previously austerity would basically mean that you go to a secluded place in a forest or on a mountain, in Himalaya, somewhere. You sit down and start researching inside your heart. And eventually, you would access to the information which is there universal, which is, ultimately that's the Vedic knowledge, which is there everywhere. So that knowledge would be revealed in the heart of the person and he would come and share. So Varuna tells to Bhragu, you go and do austerity. You will figure out. So for a long time, performing austerities, Varuna comes back and tells, I found out. My research conclusion so far is that Anna is the absolute truth. Anna means food. Anna, Brahma. That's the absolute reality. Why? Because every living being sustains on food. Everything, whatever we see, is some way or the other connected with food. Right? Food. F-O-O-D. Food. Yes, what you eat. Yeah? Everyone sustains with food, right? Some sort of food. So this guy's realization is that is the absolute reality. Food is the absolute reality. This is what is creating life. It's from, Krishna tells, Annat Bhavanti Bhutani. All the living entities are somehow or the other, this food is the one which is mediating the transmigration of different living entities. So Bhragu came to that understanding and comes and tells, Anna is the absolute reality. So far so good. Now Varuna tells, very good. Good. Do more research and maybe you'll understand better. So Bhragu goes back to his austerity. After a long time comes back and tells, I found better now. Prana Brahma. Prana is the life air which we inhale. You see, in modern times, we have become so ignorant that we hardly understand what we are consuming. It's not even dine-ins anymore. It's drive-through. Right? You go, you order something, take something, go. Eating freshly prepared hot food, it has become a luxury in modern times. Hardly we get to experience those kind of things. We consume oxygen as if we are dead. Right? You're not consuming oxygen? Yes? Sometimes. Oh, okay. We're consuming all the time, but we are just not aware. We are just not thinking about it. Are we all alive? Yeah? Is the heart beating? Yes? When was the last time you checked, Stephen, that your heart is beating? You can check now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beating? It is beating. Okay, good. You're alive, right? So, you see, we're almost living like as if we just don't care. And things are happening, and I don't care. I'm breathing, I don't care. So, to come to this understanding of Bhrigu, who is doing a lot of inner self-engineering, to come to this understanding, it means a lot, because we are so far away from it. We don't even understand Anna is Brahman. We just got something, and then that's it, done. We're not even understanding Prana is Brahman. We're not conscious. Srila Prabhupada, when he established ISKCON, he told, I want to make people conscious and then Krishna conscious. Right? Because if we are conscious, then there is some possibility to become Krishna conscious. If you're not even conscious, and where is it? Come in. Hare Krishna. What is the meaning of being conscious? It's the opposite of how we live right now, basically.
To be aware.
Yes. Right now we're not aware. Yeah, it's literally opposite of how we live now. And from there to become Krishna conscious is a big leap. But if you can at least become conscious, then it's a sequential step. Come on, come inside. Open the door. Somebody is waiting. Come in. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, where were we?
Conscious.
No, before that?
Unconscious.
No. Prana is the Brahman, right? Why? Because as we inhale, prana, air, oxygen, it sustains my life, helps me to be alive. Every living entity inhales. Everyone. So that's the absolute truth. Varuna tells, very good. Why don't you go and put some more effort and come back? Which time it is now? Third time now. So third time, Bhrigu comes back and tells, I found out Mana is the Brahman. First one was Anna. Second one was Prana. Third is Mana. What is Mana? Mind is the absolute reality. Why? Who gets most dreams here? Rubal gets dreams. Dreams.
I'm dreaming all the day.
You're dreaming all the time. Okay, what's your name?
Edward.
Edward.
It feels like
Ambika, you get dreams?
Yes,
Yes. What do you dream?
scary things and accidents.
Scary things?
And also nice things.
And nice things also, okay. Anybody want to share what they dreamt of yesterday? If you don't want to share it, that's okay. But anybody want to share what you dreamt of yesterday? Nandini, do you dream? Yes? You want to share what you dream?
Yes, something about forest.
A forest.
Yes.
Okay.
Something.
Do you dream of people any times?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Just memorize.
Memory. Okay. Anybody feel people in your dreams?
Feel?
Yeah. Experience being with people?
Oh, with people.
Yes. Hare Krishna, come in. People, personalities. Like Ambika, do you get mom in your dream?
Yes.
Yeah. See? Now here is the thing which will blow you away if you start thinking. You are sleeping. You are just yourself. Nandini, just think through. And it's very philosophical, extremely philosophical. You are sleeping just yourself. How is it that your mind is creating a full-fledged forest? How? Right? It's full forest, isn't it? It's not like a forest is not functioning the way forest becomes. When you get forest, it is forest. I can be sleeping. Yeah. I can dream of Edwards. Edwards, right? Yeah. I can perhaps create exactly the same set of situation in my dream with exact same experiences that I'm hearing. If I stretch my hand and maybe touch Edwards, I can touch, feel, right? So dream in Vedic way of analysis is not a illusion. It is a state of reality. It's a different state of reality. That's why the existence is categorized into. So dream is considered as a state of existence. It's swapna avastha. Right? So right now we're all awake. That's a state of existence. Dreaming is also a state of existence because the experiences are very real. You can't tell that they're unreal. You actually feel, sense everything. But the question is, who is creating the objects there? Who is creating the personalities there? Who is creating? I mean, they're full-fledged, functioning personalities and objects.
The mind?
Right? Hare Krishna, come in. It's scary? It's intellectual.
It's joyful.
It's joyful. You see, the mind can create stuff. Full-fledged working stuff. Right? Just not me. Everybody else. Right? Everything else it can create. So, that's the state of reality which Bhrigu understood. Mind can create. Mind can actually function in a way that, even though it's just me, my mind can create the whole universe. Right? So, that's the third level of reality he understood. Which one is? Mana. Hare Krishna, please come. Varuna tells, yeah, it's good. Maybe you should do some more. At any point of time, Varuna never denied that no, this is wrong. Because it is right. Anna is Brahman. Prana is Brahman. Mana is Brahman. And the next level, when Bhrigu comes back, he tells, I realized that Vijnana, which is realized knowledge, Jnana is knowledge, Vijnana is realized knowledge, is the absolute reality. And then still Varuna tells, oh, okay, good amount of effort, do some more. The fifth level, Bhrigu comes back and tells, I figured out that Ananda is the absolute reality. It's this bliss. That is the absolute reality. That's where everything is ultimately situated. It's the bliss. So who can count the five? First one was Anna, Prana, Mana, Vijnana, Ananda. So fifth level was Ananda. That's supreme bliss is the absolute reality. And when he came back with that, Varuna is perfect. And ultimately you reach the conclusion of everything. You see, we always seek for pleasure, happiness. Why? Because inherently we are made of that. So right now, we are in a situation wherein it's like a diamond which is covered with a let's say there is a diamond. I put this one on top like this. Do you see diamond? The flash of diamond and the glory of diamond, it's inside here. Do you see it outside? You don't, right? So who we are truly as Atma, right now it's being covered by these things, and the true nature is just not being brought out. But it is there inherently, and we seek it all the time. I want to be happy. I want to be happy. I want to be happy. In general, every living entity wants to be happy. Anybody wants to counter that statement? No, I don't want to be happy. I want to get COVID. I want to suffer. I mean, usually, some people do feel that, but I am telling in general. Yeah. If you take statistically significant amount of population, in general, living entities want to be happy, right? You do whatever you're doing to be happy, isn't it? To some extent, again. Yeah. So that's the conclusion which Bhrigu reaches, that Ananda is the absolute reality. Now, the whole Krishna consciousness movement, the whole spirituality in general, entire Vedic system of cultivating knowledge is meant to take us from place where there is duality, which means there is happiness sometimes, distress sometimes. Happiness sometimes, distress sometimes. It's not that there is only pain here in this existence. Many spiritual institutions and missions, and they bang on, oh, this place is full of misery, you have to go to God to experience happiness. You suffer here. No, you suffer sometimes, you enjoy sometimes. Nobody can tell that you suffer all the time, isn't it? A beggar also has a good day sometimes, and Bill Gates has a bad day sometimes. So it's a mixed feelings here. So if we want to cross this duality and want to get to an existence which is eternally on a bliss state, so that's the quest of the whole Vedic path of knowledge. How do you cross from this duality existence to an eternal blissful existence? So when we say it's Krishna or Atman itself, they are characterized as Sat, Chit and Ananda. Sat means eternal, Chit means full of knowledge, Ananda means full of bliss. So that's who we are ourselves in our original identity. Right now we don't even know who we are. We hardly ask this question, who am I? Yeah. Suddenly somebody comes and asks, oh, who are you? We tell my name. Right? But my name is Nilambara Das. My Guru gave me Nilambara Das. So I can tell my name is Nilambara Das. Or somebody tells Edwards. That person could have also got the name as whatever. Right? Parents could have given the name whatever. And then you would say, my name is whatever. Right? So that's one way in which we identify ourselves. The second way we identify ourselves, I am from Netherlands, I am from Russia, I am from India, I am from US, I am from Spain. Or I am an engineer, I am a doctor, I am a housewife, I am, again, an amount of different things there. Or you could say, I am human. Right? You could say, I am male. So there are different designations which one can call oneself, but if you just ask one more level question from there, like why or when, you can easily understand this is so futile way of looking at who am I, because it's such a time-bound situation. Hare Krishna. So it's so much time-bound that things could change. So right now I'm an engineer, I may not be engineer forever. Right? One may be having designations which are time-bound. And eventually one may die, and what about the identity then? So these are the questions which principally being discussed and described and explored in Vedic way of cultivating knowledge. And ultimately, like Bhrigu, we are expected to reach this state wherein we understand, no, I am in my essence, I am Ananda. That's the absolute reality I live in. Not just theoretically, but experientially. So we just discussed that Krishna is made of Satchitananda, we are also made of Satchitananda. However, right now we don't have access for that Ananda. It remains a mirage. It looks like, oh, I'm hitting that space wherein I can just be peaceful and happy all the time. But the moment I reach there, it just goes further away. And it's like this analogy of donkey walking with a carrot tied to its head. I don't know if you've come across this picture. Imagine a donkey. A donkey on his head, there is a stake, and there is a carrot hanging in front. So donkey feels, I take one more step, I catch the carrot. Right? Now the thing is, the moment he takes one more step, the carrot also moves a step further. So every time donkey thinks I am moving a step further to get the carrot, carrot also moves further. And that's what happens in our lives. I get this thing, I become happy, we think, and we get that, and straight away it's like, no, not this, something else. Right? So it remains an elusive affair, sort of. Ananda. Seem to get it, but disappear straight away. So, one possible solution to experience that is that in this life, we become students and researchers like Prabhu. And then we start experiencing this eternal bliss in this life. But for that, I need to be really a researcher. It cannot be just information based. I have to be a researcher. I have to perform just like Prabhu performed his research. No stories. And came with conclusion. I need to be also doing the same thing. Now the definition of Ananda for us is, it's basically upside down. Now many times we feel lack of suffering as bliss. Like for example, how many of us have been to India at all, anytime, or from India? Where are you from, Edwards?
From nowhere. I don't have nationality.
Okay, no nationality, it's okay. Have you been to any crowded place?
I lived in a few temples
Okay.
in Europe.
Have you been to any place which is crowded? Like really crowded? Have you been to any place in which you have to go in a public transportation? It's really crowded, you have to like really suffocate. You know, those who are from India or have been to India, you understand in Indian trains it's really difficult, right? You get in sometimes it's so, oh my god, when will I get down? So let's say, imagine that you're getting into an extremely crowded train, you have to travel for 5 hours. You're getting into it right now. So what is the one goal which you have? It's extremely crowded, okay? Now already it's like people are there. What's the first goal you have?
Get out.
Get no, but that's 5 hours already. You have to be there.
Arrive at a destination.
No, that's 5 hours away.
Get into the
You
transport.
already are inside.
People should get out. The others should.
Find a place to sit. These people have traveled, really. They know, right? That's how your mind says, oh, I cannot just imagine that 5 hours will happen just now. I have to be here in this train for 5 hours. I don't have a space to get in, to sit. I'm somehow squeezed in and standing. Let me find a place to sit. Right? Good. What is the next goal? Once you get a seat to sit.
Have something nice to eat and drink.
Very good. Before that,
Find a window seat.
find a window seat, right? So Ruba is from India, so right? So a seat which is next to window, so that there is some more better view than other people, right? Okay, so you sit there, and that comes to you the Samadhi Prabhu, right? Yeah, now we get something to eat and drink and
Now I want a neck massage.
yeah. So you see, now let's imagine a different situation. You got into the same, and do we all agree that when you're from standing, you got a small seat to sit, and then from there you are upgraded to a window seat. Did you feel happy?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
right? Very happy, right? So now imagine that you are all alone, just yourself in the train. You could sit anywhere you want. Yeah. Would you feel the same amount of happiness as you got upgraded from your No, standing to sitting in a corner to sitting in a window and drink. Would you feel the same amount of bliss as you achieve this? If you're just all alone, yeah, you could sit anywhere, lie down anywhere. Yeah, would you?
No, no.
No, right? You would feel some happiness maybe, but the extent in which you will feel it is very different, isn't it? But it's the same activity. So what is making you happy there? Right? So what I'm trying to build is, many times the relief from suffering feels like happiness. It is not really happiness. It's just relief from I'm just squeezed. I'm just feeling free. Oh yeah, I'm happy. So most of the times, if I'm allowed to say, that's how we define happiness. Unfortunately, it's not happiness. It's just relief from stress, relief from what situation we are undergoing. So now, I do have something. If that is not happiness, then what is happiness? So happiness for us, we can experience it, the real happiness, we can in this world when we actually, truly serve others. Yeah. If we serve others, if we contribute to others, that's one way in which we start feeling real happiness. Yeah. Like a mother, Srila Prabhupada uses this example of a mother. Again, in many cases. Modern life has become so complicated that I can't say anything in general. So, because there are always, no, Prabhu, I know this example where, it's not being thick. So, yeah, in usual circumstances, a mother and a child, mother does so much to the child, wakes up in mid of the night or very tired, but still doing it, just for the other person. Mother doesn't get anything, isn't it? Child cries at 2 a.m. Mother is already tired with whole day of working and everything, but she still gets up and gives milk. What does she get in return? Nothing as such. The satisfaction comes that, yeah, I'm doing something. So that's the closest selfless thing we can think of. But we can start doing that to the society in general, and that's one of the ways in which you can actually feel real happiness. So the whole dharma in the context of Vedic lifestyle and society setup is built with this foundation that you contribute to others. Not being consumer. Right now we're all consumers. And even for that, we're not grateful. We just had a discussion about how much grateful we are for the air which we consume. We are not grateful as such. So Vedic life is the opposite of it, in which we are grateful. We feel gratitude in our heart for whatever we are getting. And then we contribute back. There is a Vedic proverb in which it asks, the river flows but does not hold any water back. A fruit tree gives so many fruits but does not hold any fruits back. That I want this for me. It just gives everything for others. And it asks in the end, oh human, what are you doing for others? Because all the time we are just, what can I get? What is it for me? Right?
But it's so
Always.
hard. I'm sorry.
We'll come to that.
Yeah.
We'll come to questions in the end, if you don't mind. Yeah.
I don't.
So, it is hard, yes, but the life is supposed to be nurtured in a way in which we cultivate this aspect of contributing. So Srila Prabhupada puts it in a way that by seva is how one becomes happy. So we see in any context.
Krishna Seva.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Yes, but ultimately it's that. But in general also we can see seva makes us happy. And ultimately when we serve Krishna, then we can get real happiness forever, eternally. But if we just analyze our own life, we are also serving most of the times. So we may think, no, I want to be happy, but how do I become happy? Maybe I think that I'll become happy through my family. But then what do? What I do is I serve my family. Right? In office, we serve our boss. Right? Husband serves wife, wife serves husband. Parents serve children, children serve parents. Any context you take, it's always service, which is how, we may not be able to recognize it or contribute it like that, but that's how things are set up already. And if we can dovetail that seva towards the absolute supreme personality, that's when we can start feeling connected. Oh, okay, I am doing something now. So there is a Vedic statement that Hrishikena Hrishikesha Sevanam. All of us have indriyas. Rishik means indriya, senses. We have our tongue, we have our hands, we have eyes, we have ears, we have nose. So different indriya we have, different senses. If we can serve Hrishikesha, master of all the senses, that's the meaning of Hrishikesha, name of Krishna. Serving Krishna with all our senses is called as bhakti. And when we do that, that's when we start feeling real happiness. Because now, seva, the whole question is, who is the object of my seva? I'm the subject. It's the object. The object of my seva is always someone or something. Now, when I make that object as Krishna, I serve Krishna, then I'm reuniting with who I am. I'm starting the process of what's called as yoga, even though we have heard this word many times. So yoga means to reconnect, re-establish. So through seva is how we can experience Ananda. And seva is, in another verse, Padma Purana tells that it starts with tongue. Ataha Shri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahayam indriyahi seva unmukhaihi jihvado swayamaivahi spuratyata. When we start serving, starting with tongue, jihva, that's how eventually we can access Krishna. Right now, we don't access Krishna as such. We don't know who is Krishna. Right? Yeah, we know, he's God, he's all attractive, he's this, that, but nothing is really experiential. It is not that I'm experiencing Krishna right now. So, to experience Krishna in real, which is far beyond my ability with the senses, it all can start with a simple process through tongue. Seva unmukham. Unmukha means, mukha means face. Unmukha is utmukha. You raise your face. So when you are enthusiastic, you look forward, isn't it? So that's the word. Unmukha is enthusiastic. You look forward to things. That is the meaning. So when we are looking forward to service, starting with tongue, that's when we can access Krishna. That's how we can become happy. Why? Because serving Krishna is like feeding to the belly when we are hungry. Yeah? Let's say I'm very hungry. What's the best way of eating? There's only one way of eating, isn't it?
Through the mouth.
Through the mouth. I can't push here. Push here. There's only one. There is access to put the food. Goes inside. Now, as the food goes inside, two things happen. What are the two things? You're very hungry.
It's tasteful and it's nutritious.
Hunger is becoming less and less, and you're also nourishing, experiencing, relishing the food. You're tasting the food, and hunger is reducing. So as we start serving Krishna, same two things happen. That we slowly start building taste in serving Krishna, and the hunger which we had before is reducing. In the sense, the suffering and all the quest for happiness which we all the time had starts reducing. And we're experiencing also on the other hand. So Srila Prabhupada came to the western part of the world to give this simple process. Very simple. All that we have to do is sit down and recite this wonderful mantra, which is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's very simple. Starts with tongue and then eat prasad. We have attempted to cook today. I don't know how it is. If it is nice, you can relish. We hope it's nice. So, these two simple things can get us started with the process of bhakti. And we can start walking towards becoming really happy in our lives. Finding that source of happiness in our lives eternally, not just on a temporary basis, but eternally. Yeah? Shall we quickly recap what all we discussed? Because we have 5 minutes and then I can take a few questions if there is. Where did we start?
I'd like to just make one little comment about the nature of the word Ananda. It's actually without ending.
Yes.
So true happiness, that's also the morale, the
Yes.
conclusion of your story. That we should actually look, we are always looking for that happiness. But
Yes.
most of the time it's temporal.
Yeah.
But the real happiness is Ananda, literally.
George Harrison, in his preface to Krishna book, we have this book called as Krishna. I don't know if you have seen. I can show you afterwards. The first line he writes, everyone is looking for happiness. The bracket he writes. Everybody is looking for love. In the bracket he writes Krishna. So everybody is looking for Krishna. We just don't know. Some of us know, some of us don't know. We are seeking it. Willingly, unwillingly, wantingly, unwantingly, knowingly, unknowingly. We are seeking all the time. Thanks for that comment. Should we quickly recap so that because we discussed a lot, I just want to make sure that the entirety of it goes with you as much as possible. Yeah, not in bits and pieces, but the full of it. Where shall we start? Come on.
5 levels.
We started before that something else. Where it all started?
Upanishad.
I told that I'll tell a story from Taittiriya Upanishad. Yes, very good. And then?
Nature of absolute truth.
No, that's much later. We discussed
Yajnavalkya.
Yajnavalkya. Very good. Yajnavalkya was the student. He was learning from his guru. I have forgotten the name of his guru. He got to conflict with his guru and then returned all his knowledge and then...
He did penance to some god.
No. Before that.
He gave it back.
No, yes, he gave it back and then...
Some sages took the form of.
Yes, the other disciples took the form of Taittiriya birds and then collected all those knowledge, and that's how Taittiriya Upanishad came into effect. Very good. Great. So then, yes, Yajnavalkya went to Suryadev and performed a lot of austerities and then got access to knowledge of Yajurveda which was not accessible to humans until then, and then got those things and then shared with everyone. Great. And then we started discussing about story of how in the Taittiriya Upanishad there is story of Bhrigu and Varuna. It's technically called as Bhargavi Varuni Vidya. The knowledge is also called as Panchakosha Vidya. It's the foundation of how Vedic construct of knowledge has been defined. The 5 koshas, Annamaya Kosha. Next, Pranamaya Kosha, Manamaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. So in the psychological or psychophysical cultivation or enhancement of a child, if somebody goes to a Gurukul method of learning, this is how they will learn. And they're allowed to explore. You see, as a child, when it goes around, all that it can understand is whatever it finds, puts in the mouth. Right? So it thinks everything is food. It's a level of Annamaya Kosha, which is much less than that, but as an example, right? So Annamaya Kosha is you understanding that food is the platform, is the Brahman. Anyway, good. So Bhrigu understood all these things on 5 different levels through Varuna, and then we started discussing what is Ananda? What is happiness? We understood, we gave few examples of how we experience happiness here as an experience of lack of suffering, right? Hope you remember the story of the train. Yeah. And then we discussed serving. Yes, how we can really feel happiness is not just trying to be a consumer, but actually giving to others, serving, the mood of seva bhav. And then we discussed a bit about how to perform seva through, it begins with tongue. In terms of reciting Krishna's names and also tasting Prasad. It does not stop there, begins from there. Okay? And then we are expected to use all our senses in the service of Krishna, and that's one of the ways in which we can experience real happiness in this life. Rajrani Mataji,
Yeah.
are we ready? You have a few minutes?
Yeah, okay, Prabhu.
Okay.
Carry on.
Yes. Anybody has any thoughts and questions? Yes. Go ahead.
The nature of bliss which he finally talks about, does it also defines the kind of consciousness in which that bliss is experienced, and the nature of that bliss in more precise way rather than just bliss?
Well, not in this set of verses, but in other places, yes, for sure.
Nectar of devotion.
And that level is so far beyond right now that if you read them, it becomes so theoretical, right? So as I said, we are not even in Annamaya Kosha, to be precise, because we don't really understand how food is sustaining everything. How Anna, when we tell Anna Bhavanti Bhutani, how every living being is carried out by this principle of Anna, we don't understand. It's so low. As we start growing, of course, there are descriptions of what exactly this bliss is. Many scriptures, including Srimad Bhagavatam. Ultimate bliss is experienced with the association of Krishna in a personal way. It could be in any different modes of operation. It could be in a mode of as a servant, as a friend, as a parent, as a loving personality. Could be different, but it's always in association with this person. So that's where the true bliss is experienced. But not with the hope that I want to become happy, but with the hope that I want to make Krishna happy. When we change the game, that from the game of I want to become happy to I want to make Krishna happy, that's when I become happy automatically. Prahlad Maharaj tells in Srimad Bhagavatam 7th canto that the more one seeks for happiness, the more one goes away from happiness. Because now I want to become happy. The moment I stop thinking that I want to become happy, how do I contribute? Automatically I become happy. So, for now that's perhaps okay. Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, how do you serve in relationships? I think that's the toughest subject because you always have expectations from.
Yes. So, ultimately we need to understand that any relationships strives in a way that we want to become happy also. That's how we start with. But eventually when we change the game, that it's not about me being happy, but it's about serving the other person, that they become happy. Then even on a family level or on a relationship level, things become much more smoother. Yeah. The more we think that it's about me, I become affected by that feeling because it's about me.
Well, how can you not think of yourself? Because what I'm thinking is, I don't like sacrifice because being aware of sacrifice is not sacrifice anymore. Actually, sacrifice has a negative meaning, but I don't think it should. because whatever you do out of love is not sacrifice then. And if it is sacrifice, then it's not out of love. And I don't think in a relationship
What
we
is a
should deny
sacrifice?
ourselves.
Where did you catch the word sacrifice?
No, I'm talking from
Okay. So okay, great. So it need not be sacrifice, but it can be seva. They're two different contexts. Yeah, sacrifice is you're sort of letting go of what maybe you could get something, but you're letting it go.
Yeah.
Seva is not that. Seva is I just want to serve other person for their happiness. Yeah, that's seva.
Isn't that a higher state of grace actually that not everybody has access to?
Yeah, we can start. That's why the whole thing is, I made it clear that we cannot take a huge jump. It starts with simple, small steps. You cannot take jumps. Even if I take jumps in life, unless the platform is very stable, I'll just crash down afterwards. The higher I jump, I crash faster and harder. Right? It's better if I start climbing slowly. The slowest thing I can do is chant Krishna every day. Eat prasad every day. Start with it. And try to integrate Krishna in life, into relationship, into everything, whatever we have. Ultimately, that's how is the meaning of Krishna conscious. I mean, to become Krishna conscious. But before that, we become conscious. To become conscious, we start slowly integrating Krishna into our lives. Slowly, it will take time. It does not happen overnight. It will take a lot of time. Maybe after a lot of time, eventually, I'll be situated in that bliss. Maybe I can at least experience a little bit. And then continue further and I get more. Like in the case of Narada Muni, when he got spiritual perfection, in the first instance, he just experienced it momentarily. He got full experience of it, but it was momentary. And then Krishna tells him that I gave this trial version to you so that you can put some more efforts and make yourself fully pure and then get further. So let's get started with it. Be enthusiastic again. Unmukha means, what is unmukha? Being enthusiastic. Let us be enthusiastic in starting. Walk the path. Keep courage. So there are three principles in bhakti. Anything in general life also. Utsaha, Nishchaya and Dhairya. Utsaha means being enthusiastic. Nishchaya means I have determination. And Dhairya, I'm courageous. I'm patient. So if you keep walking with these principles in life, marching ahead, eventually there will be much better situation to live with. Okay? Hare Krishna. Rajanani Mataji ready?
Yes.
Yes. So we'll have Gaura Arati now. And thank you all for being here and listening. I hope I contributed something in your life, little bit. Please contribute back. Today is Akshaya Tritiya, and whatever you do for Krishna will be counted much more. Yeah, and you do something towards Krishna today, it will just expand in your life. So that's my wish. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Karnatai Gautam Bhavana ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Grace Nilambar Prabhu ki jai.
Thank you. So we will sing all the this in a few minutes. Okay. Okay, no problem. Just find who can sing. Just 1 second. Hare Krishna. You can say, Gaurav, please.
Shri Sri Kartai
Would you like to play Brahma, Toshan?
Yes, I can.
Play Kata. No. Bye. Oh,
अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की फूड फॉर लाइफ फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की बीवीटी फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णु पाद परमहंस परिवार जगाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णु पाद परमहंस अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद श्रील भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णु पाद परमहंस परिवार जगाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद श्रील गौर किशोरीदास बाबा जी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णु पाद परमहंस परिवार जगाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद श्रील वैष्णव सार्वभौम जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज प्रभुपाद की श्री रूप सनातन जीव गोपाल भट्ट रघुनाथ दास रघुनाथ भट्ट शद गोस्वामी जी की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन जी की श्री मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की श्री नवदेव मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री द्वारकापुरी धाम की श्री बद्रीनाथ धाम की श्री गंगा मैया जी की श्री यमुना मैया जी की श्री भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी जी की श्रीमती वृंदा देवी की गौ माता की सामवेद भक्त वृंद की करुणा निताई गौरचंद्र भगवान की श्री निताई गौर प्रेमानंदी all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Guru all glories to Shri Prabhu
Satakshi,
Yeah?
you want to play harmonium, please? They will sing, they both will sing. You play harmonium. Come with us.
Hello.
Hare Krishna. So we'll have Tulasi worship now. Just little bit of space here. Mataji, can you please go back to Tulasi?
Hello.
Hare Krishna. Hi.
Hare Krishna, bye.
That's you want to say?
So we all have to stand right now, and we will pay obeisances to Tulsi Maharani. And after that, we'll sing the prayers, and then we'll do the parikrama, the circumambulation, if I spelled it correctly. So, and we do it like, some people do 3 times, some people do 7 times. So, Prabhu do 3 times. The significance, I'm just like filling up the time before the festival. So the significance of the parikrama, this pradakshina, is you can see all the sins, like we have committed in multiple lives. We just get clean away in every step, food step you take when you circumambulate.
तुलसी महारानी की
वृंदाय तुलसी देवी प्रियाय केशवश्च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदेवी सच्चिवच्चे नमो नमः
वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवश्च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदेवी सच्चिवच्चे नमो नमः
वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवश्च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदेवी सत्यवत्य नमो नमः
वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवश्च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदेवी सच्चिवच्चे नमो नमः
वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवश्च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदेवी सच्चिवच्चे नमो नमः
वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवश्च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदेवी सच्चिवच्चे नमो नमः।
बोलो श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी वृंदा देवी की नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयासी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयासी
नमो नमः
तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयासी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयासी राधा कृष्ण सेवा पाओ राधा कृष्ण सेवा पाओ श्रेय विलासी राधा कृष्ण सेवा पाओ श्रेय विलासी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः ये तुम्हारा शरण लो तार वंश पूर्ण होए ये तुम्हारा शरण होए तार वंश पूर्ण होए कृपा कोरी कोरो तारे वृंदावन वासी कृपा कोरी कोरो तारे वृंदावन वासी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण दासे को हे नमोर होए कृष्ण दासे को हे नमोर होए श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेमे सदा इनवासी श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेमे सदा इनवासी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्मत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणं ते पदे यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्मत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणं ते पदे यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्मत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणं ते पदे यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्मत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणं ते पदे यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्मत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणं ते पदे यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्मत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणं ते पदे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे राम जय तुलसी महारानी 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 जय वृंदा देवी 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 जय तुलसी महारानी 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 जय वृंदा देवी जय वृंदावन धाम जय वृंदावन धाम जय वृंदावन विष्णुभक्तिप्रदे देवी सत्यवत्यै नमो नमः
वृन्दाय तुलसीदेव्याय प्रियाय केशवश्च विष्णुभक्तिप्रदेवी सत्यवत्यै नमो नमः
वृन्दाय तुलसीदेव्याय प्रियाय केशवश्च विष्णुभक्तिप्रदे देवी सत्यवत्यै नमो नमः
वृन्दाय तुलसीदेव्याय प्रियाय केशवश्च विष्णुभक्तिप्रदेवी सत्यवत्यै नमो नमः
वृन्दाय तुलसीदेव्याय प्रियाय केशवश्च विष्णुभक्तिप्रदे देवी सत्यवत्यै नमो नमः बोलो श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी श्रीमती वृंदा देवी की बोलो श्री वृंदावन धाम की बोलो श्री गोवर्धन महाराज की बोलो श्री शालिग्राम महाराज की
Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
And please sit down for a few minutes. I have a few important announcements to make. Hare Krishna. Let's wait for the Tulasi Maharaj to leave. Krishna Jai. So we thank you all for coming and participating in our Sunday Feast Festival today. Anybody here for? I see actually many people for the first time. So if you can please raise your hand, Krishna Prabhu will come and. Oh, his hand. Okay. Rimbu Prabhu can give books, small gifts from our side. So please raise your hand if you are here for the first time. We have small gifts to you all.
Very much. That's really kind. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Yes. There are more. Red Words is here, who is also for the first time.
I come here sometimes.
You come, okay, not first time then.
No.
Sometimes.
Okay. Have you got our book before?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, on this very auspicious day of Akshay Tritiya, you all have got a kind gift from ISKCON Amsterdam. It's a book from Srila Prabhupada. You study it nicely. You got On the Way to Krishna. Which one is this? Introduction to Bhagavad Gita. It's nice. So yeah, different devotees got different books. Please study, and today can be the beginning of your spiritual journey. If you've already started it before, that's great. Otherwise, today's temple worship is carried out by Brajarani Mataji, who is back. We all prayed for her mother last time. Mataji is already in service, so we thank Brajarani Mataji and the whole team associated with deity worship, Ashtasaki Mataji, and who else is there, Prabhu? My mind is blacking out. Janakinath Prabhu, Ananta Prem Prabhu, Jagadish Prabhu, Premalata Mataji, that's it. Pratap Rudra sometimes. So that's our deity worship team. They take care of our deities every day, even though we don't have programs every day because of social neighbor problems. We have only Sunday programs, but temple deity worship goes on every day. Whole day they take care of the deities. So let's thank them by loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This cooking of Sunday feast was carried out by a team of devotees. Raji, Rubal is here, Kuntal is here, Kuntal is there, Sachin is here. Sachin is not here, maybe they are in the kitchen. Arun also helped for the first time, and Ganpati Anna, Bhavika, myself. So it was a team of
Led by
devotees.
here's Grace Nilabar Prabhu, who also gave the lecture today.
So please pray for me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Coming Thursday is King's Day, and that's one of our biggest festival. There are many dignitaries coming. Starting from tomorrow, we have Swayam Bhagwan Keshav Maharaj. Swayam Bhagwan Keshav Maharaj will be giving a lot of different home programs and temple programs in the coming week. So tomorrow we'll be starting with his first program here with here. There's the first address. That's the residence of our Rimbu Prabhu and Namita ji. Namita is here. Namita is here. Yes, that's their residence. They all welcome everybody to come and participate with Maharaj's association, starting at 7 o'clock. So it's open. You can just please come in. And Tuesday is at Alfandi Rhine. That's at Srini Prabhu's place. Some of you know Srini maybe. Wednesday we have the whole program in Almer. There is a Harinam planned, also a home program at Gita Govinda Mataji place. And then Thursday is our King's Day with Swami Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj. There will be Mahavishnu Maharaj. There will be Jayadvait Maharaj most probably. So be huge, and there will be like buses coming from Cologne, hundreds of devotees from Radhadesh, and 60 devotees confirmed from Cologne. And all over Netherlands, people come, and there will be a huge, we are counting almost 500, Hare Krishna, around 500 devotees to come and sing with us on the streets of Amsterdam to celebrate Krishna. And also Kadambakana Maharaj, who was our king all these years, and now this year he will be also present in his blessings. So let's come and make sure that Maharaj is happy. So that's 27th April. And then next Sunday, Swami Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj will give a class here. Sunday feast next week will be from Maharaj. And Maharaj will be also staying after the program. So if you want to talk to Maharaj, you can take this opportunity to talk to Maharaj after the class. 2 weeks later, we'll be having our Amsterdam Kirtan Mela. That's 13th of May. And that will be happening at a nearby church, Oranje. Is that right pronunciation now?
Oranje.
Yeah, Toshan is having good pronunciation. So that's just a few 100 meters from here. You know, you can just literally walk from here. It's almost our extended temple. So this will be whole day Kirtan event, starting from 10 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock in the evening, with 2 meals and lunch, feast, and also evening dinner, with the presence of His Holiness Sachidananda Swami Maharaj and a lot of great Kirtaniyas from all around Europe. So that's the list of Kirtaniyas. Sachidananda Swami Maharaj and Pariveda Prabhu and Ratimanjali Mataji, they are our own. Gaura Krishna Prabhu, Manu from Radhadesh, Radhika from UK, Ramanaji from Paris, Vritsundari from here, Ananda Mone and Kelly Woods from UK again, Kalindi from UK, Kavi from UK, Chitralekha, our devotee, Archie, our devotee, Saurabhi from Bangladesh. And so this will be the lineup. Don't miss. It's going to be a huge, amazing festival. It's basically based on registrations. If you want to come and participate, the QR code for registration is just outside. So, and then the day after is Holy Name Retreat. If you want to really go deeper into chanting of Hare Krishna mantra and meditation, this is the place to be. This is going to be happening in Haarlem, an amazing location, just right next to Central in Haarlem. Sachidananda Maharaj will be giving a whole day retreat, starting at 11, I believe, and whole till the evening. So please come and take the opportunity. Maharaj is coming to visit us after a long time, and let us make sure that we show so much of enthusiasm that it keeps coming back. So it's upon each one of us that we inspire Maharaj both these days with our enthusiastic participation. Now, of course, there will be other events coming up, which we'll keep announcing. However, actually, while I was revising the class, how many of us were there in the class? Many of you were there in the class, right? We actually missed out. What was the first thing I talked about in the class? It was not the one which you told. It's about Akshaya Tritiya today, right? Today is the day when if we do anything, it just multiplies. So usually people buy gold, and that's how we started. So today, rather than being consumer, let's start giving. If you would like, you can please approach Manik or myself outside and contribute, because our whole festivals, all that what we run, all King's Day or other festivals which we run, Rath Yatra is coming up, for temple building in itself, the electricity, the cooking, what we do here, prashadam which we give, everything we have to cover by voluntary donations. And we don't have a very solid, it's really cutting close all the time, and it's because a few devotees basically pitch up, they always contribute more, so we somehow get the manage to cover. However, today is the day when you can show to Krishna that I want to give Krishna. I'm in Amsterdam, but ISKCON Amsterdam is providing me an opportunity to remember you, oh Krishna. So I will contribute to you, and please give me strength so that I can do it more as the time progresses. Right? That's a better way of not being a consumer but a giver. So if you would like, please approach myself outside or Manik or Toshan, and please contribute to our cause so that we can do all these things much more in better quality and better quantity. Yeah. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Prashadam, we expect.
Yes, prasadam is there. To go boxes are ready. Please come and collect. We have more prasadam. If you want to take more, please take more. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, would you like to lead the bhajana sometime?
Shri Shri Karantai Gaurachandra ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Many years ago, in 1970s, Prabhupada started chanting, and some devotees started a new style with Prabhupada's blessings. One devotee was named Vishnu Jan Swami. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Gaura Hari Jaya, Gaura Hari Jaya, Gaura Hari Jaya, Gaura Hari Jaya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Bhakti Dhatri Mataji, you want to sing a little bit? Last 10 minutes, please. Just please. Please. Yes, please.
So there is one a very nice thing also that happened on Akshar Vidya. If anybody knows, Ganga Devi, she actually came to this world also. So I have here in my, anybody who would like Ganga Devi, I will spray the water on his head.
Yeah, you can go.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Gati Mataji ki jai. Prabhupada ki
Isn't
jai.
it? Is it? They going to bed, no? Shri Karnalita Gaurajan ki jai.
Ram ki jai.
Radharani Mataji ki jai.
That's my favorite. Okay, I can sing on a keyboard.